We did all kinds of things, including henna. We had kids that put on clothes that came from India and took pictures. I watched one little girl who got involved, and she was having a ball doing poses and the whole 9 yards. But even on more of the serious side, we had yoga, had incredible food with the Bombay food truck. And in addition to that, there was a display of instruments that Dr. Bramblat brought in that were traditional instruments from India, and that was incredible. Some of the kids got a chance to try out the drums particularly. And then, of course, there was the incredible presentation by Ustad Imrat Khan. So I talked to Imrat by phone, and I was so intrigued with his knowledge of ethnomusicology that I said to him, you know, I'd like for you and your wife to come to my house and have dinner. And we sat and talked for at least 3 hours. This is a man who, you first must understand, is internationally known. He has invented or expanded upon instruments that no one's ever heard of, that are now used in a routine way. He comes from a family in India that is traditionally a musician's family. So he comes from a legacy of several hundred years of the males being musicians. But on top of that, he's incredibly cosmopolitan and very, very knowledgeable. As a student, he had George Harrison with the Beatles. He has studied with some of the foremost rock and jazz stars in the United States and in Europe. He's just loved by so many. So I was pleased when we asked him to do this, that he agreed to do so. So it was a wonderful experience. He hasn't lost his touch. What I liked about the presentation that was a little bit different from what I've seen before is that he engaged American musicians with traditional American pieces, and he explained the connectiveness with traditional Indian music, and that was really informative and quite interesting. So we were so lucky to get someone of his caliber here.
Rangoli is very ancient Indian form, and Rangoli is primarily done in every house in front of the house, and we have kind of a flower which is like a lime flower or a rice flower. We use rice flower, and we draw these intricate designs in front of the house. It's like to say welcome. And I have to thank our volunteers, were awesome. You know, we just told them that, okay, can we do this? And they just went full out and brought it out. Yeah.
I think the objective was to engage the student community and the faculty in cross-cultural engagement, to learn about music in other areas. I was really tickled by an event that took place in, of all places, the ladies' bathroom. And there were two girls in there. One was Indian and one was American. And they were talking about the instruments. And the young lady who was Indian took such joy explaining to the American girl what those instruments were and how they're used in her country. And I couldn't help but think, where else would she have had the opportunity to be an ambassador for her own culture? And that happened right here. It tickles our curiosity about what else is out there. It allows us to be explorers.
I actually want to thank Community Music School for involving us. I think that was really nice of the school to involve our school and ask us to share our culture.
Whoever sees this, I hope they start coming
Yeah.
and get to these events so that they can be the beneficiaries of it. The more, the better.